Ahoy, Voyagers, and welcome back. This is your Captain Amelia speaking. Today, we're going to be talking about personal branding on Instagram and how it can be used as stepping stones to your personal brand, your network, and your dream job. HY Voyagers has a mission, and we want to reinvent how Voyagers, international students and immigrants, get educated, find work, and live a crazy fun life in Canada. And using Instagram as a tool can really get all three of these missions straight to the point. And we will go and break it down for you. And just a reminder that this presentation is all about you and your brand, because you are your brand. You are the brand. You're selling yourself to get that job in a positive way. You are the product. You're the benefit to that company. All right. So I'm just going to break it down a little bit for you, what we're going to talk about today. So when we get educated, we're going to talk about what Instagram is and what it is used for and that kind of thing. Break it down a little bit. Then we're going to talk about finding work, which is about your personal brand, networking, and the benefits that Instagram has for that. We're going to also talk about researching using Instagram and how to keep things relevant. We're also then going to talk about a little bit of important things you should know about Instagram and a little more details. Then we're going to talk about crazy fun life in Canada, showcasing your personality and building a sense of community and camaraderie within your brand using Instagram. All right, so here's number one. We reinvent how Voyagers get educated. First and foremost, what is Instagram? So Instagram is a free social media and photo video sharing platform. It is used by over 2 billion users worldwide, which is almost double the popularity of LinkedIn, which really shows you can really get that personal brand out there and you can really build up your exposure into the public with your business and you as a professional. About 79% of these users is about ages 18 to 44. It's more of a young adult style platform, but that doesn't mean you can't utilize it to its benefit. And they also have very business and professional specific account functions, which I will talk more about in detail later on in this presentation. And I just want you guys to take a moment to follow us, HY Voyagers, on our Instagram account right here in this beautiful QR code. We really want you to stay connected with us, and we want to showcase a little bit how personal brand and even company branding works on Instagram. So you can do that right now. That would be awesome. All right. Next, we're going to talk about what Instagram is used for. I mentioned it is a media, photo, and video sharing platform. It's a visual showcase of your brand and your life. You like to share things you like. You like to share what's going on in your life. That is what Instagram's used for. Showcase your interests, ideas to the world. You can follow other influencers and companies of interest. Stay up to date with trends and advancements in your industry. You can search using the hashtag method and see all relevant content that you want to see on your Instagram. You also want to build a sense of community by having people follow you. This is how influencers are born. You have a lot of exposure and people following you for your content. Instagram is also a great thing to add to your resume if you have a nice professional one. It showcases more of a 3D model of you and your personality and what you bring to the table every day, rather than a 2D resume style option. And you are more than your education and skills. This is why showcasing things on Instagram can be beneficial to you and your professional development. All right. Next, we're going to move on to our second mission, because we reinvent how Voyagers get educated and find work. So now we're going to talk about how you can use Instagram to help you find work, which sounds kind of weird, but we'll talk a little bit about that. All right. So personal branding, everything you do is a personal branding. Everything you bring out to the public, everything you expose, everything you bring you to the world. It's all about personal branding. Audience and networks can see aspects of the real you, as I mentioned. They want to know the 3D model. What drives you? What are your goals, your missions? What vibe you bring? Because I have this different vibe that someone else might not have. If I was presenting this presentation in a very formal, this is this, I'm in a lecture format, might not bring a little bit of that energy, right? And on a resume, you don't know that unless you really showcase your brand. You want to build that vibe and entice people to see your growth. That's how influencers are born, as I mentioned. The influencers don't get those millions of subscribers based on just their qualifications. They're based on their 3D model and what they bring to the table as a person. But remember, the goal is exposure using Instagram for professional and career reasons, not for fame. You just want to get yourself out there and utilize this platform to just showcase you. Instagram has these reels and stories and even shopping options for professionals and businesses. These are things you really want to look into to really highlight different aspects of you. You can create your job using Instagram or become a collaborator or an ambassador with other companies. When you follow other companies and you network using Instagram, sometimes you can get offers to be a collaborator or an ambassador where you can get some percentage off their product or even get free products to help showcase based on your network and your worth to them, which is kind of good. So the more exposure you have, the more likely you are to get those opportunities. As I mentioned in previous videos, if you haven't seen, I suggest you watch them. The more networks you have, the more contacts you have, the more opportunities come your way. And this includes Instagram. You want to build your network with like-minded individuals. Usually with Instagram, no one is going to follow you unless they're interested and have similar interests as you do and have similar mindsets. So this is a great platform to use to visualize you. As I mentioned, you got to stay up to date with the trends and hashtags in your field, and this can really kind of keep you up to date in what is going on in the industry that you're interested in. As I mentioned, branding and networking are very intertwined, so there's definitely networking benefits to using Instagram. And when you actively build relationships with others, you professionally to gain knowledge and you stay up to date in what you are wanting in your industry. Collaborations are great. You want to stay up to date with people that are successful in the field. Ask them questions. Learn what is working in the field that you're looking for. Open up opportunities and career opportunities. Often more than not, just knowing people can give you those opportunities to land those career opportunities and jobs. You can also gain reach across the world. As I mentioned, there are billions of users across all of, not just Canada, but across the whole world. So this is a great networking opportunity to touch different aspects of the world and different trends and things that are going on there. You want to stay in contact with experts and people that are successful in the field. As I mentioned, networking really helps there. You gain insight in your field. You gain interpersonal skills. So you start learning how to make those connections and how to successfully interact with other people using Instagram. I mentioned meeting like-minded people, and sometimes those connections can lead to personal connections and not just professional connections. You never know. You might meet a new best friend or even a spouse or partner. You don't know. Life is a crazy roller coaster, and Instagram can really bring those different aspects when people start to understand you as a whole person. And you also increase your communication skills. As you practice and start networking more and more, you get better at those types of skills. So your personal brand gets built up and your networking skills get built up. Your network expands and you get more opportunities to land those jobs and things like that. You can also use Instagram to research and stay up to date, as I mentioned, with different trends. Always do your research. So looking into those people and influencers that are successful in what they do is a great way to start your personal branding and achieve useful network. However, take it with a grain of salt. Don't obsess over other people. That's not a great way to start your personal brand. It's a great way to get your brain moving and thinking about what you want your personal brand to portray to the public. However, you don't want to be a copycat. Just gain ideas and pick people's brains. Send those messages. The worst they can say is they don't answer you or say, no, I don't want to talk about it. But you never get the chances on the shots you don't take. So it's worth it in the long run. I'm just going to talk about little tidbits of things that are important to remember. As I mentioned, sometimes brand ambassador opportunities can fall into your inbox on Instagram. They're often like-minded brands and companies that think your vibe or what you portray to the public matches with them, and they can give you those opportunities. You want to have options to make personal and professional Instagram accounts. Like I mentioned, there is professional and personal and business accounts you can use on Instagram. So there's also often special tools that they offer depending on what account you choose. So I will talk a little bit more about a quick benefit of how having a professional account or an influencer account can really benefit you when you're building your career and portfolio, and adding it to your resume can really boost it up. And of course, when you're personal branding, you want to remember to be authentic, be creative, and be you. You are your brand. Whatever you go in public, you showcase your brand. However you communicate with people showcases your brand. You really want to make sure you stay authentic. Don't be a copycat, because faking a brand can really demolish your professional life, in a sense that eventually liars get caught lying. So you want to really just be yourself and brand yourself in a way that showcases what you offer. You might not be the same as someone else, so you want to stand out and be unique. Last but not least, HY Voyagers helps you get educated, find work, and live a crazy fun life in Canada. Instagram is all about the aura and showcasing your personality to the public. So it really is about being creative. If you haven't seen this whole presentation, it's very Instagram vibes. I really suggest you get the account, get Instagram if you don't already have it. It really helps you showcase your personality using images, videos, shorts, things like that. You want to be authentic. Just go in there, dig in, try it out, be creative. You gain exposure when you market yourself as an asset. You want to showcase what kind of asset you can be into the professional life. You want to have fun. You don't want to wake up just to a 9-to-5. You really want to just drive yourself every single day. be a little crazy in a good way and take some creative risks. You don't know unless you try. And with Instagram, you can always just rearrange, delete, rebrand, things like that. You just want to showcase why you love being in Canada. You want to bring that aura. You want to show everyone that you're willing to really work at being a professional. Instagram is a crazy way to kind of bring that out. I don't know if I'm making much sense, but it's once you dive in, you'll start to understand the vibes, the aura, and you'll really start to be able to build your brand. And I mentioned you want to build yourself a community. When people start following you and you start following other people, you start building this network and community of people similar to you with similar interests and vibes. You can reach out to other influencers and individuals and try to talk industry a little bit. Ask them how they've been successful, what they've tried, what they're doing. The worst case scenario is that they don't talk to you. Oh, well, you miss all the shots you don't take. So you really want to just go in and be confident and dive in. And as I mentioned, sometimes this can build into personal relationships rather than just strictly professional ones. All right. And now I just want to take you through a quick little setup of how you would get into a professional Instagram. Most people have Instagram, but just in case you don't, we're going to take a little dive in here. So here you will have Instagram. You can log in with your Facebook account if you have one, because Instagram is owned by Facebook. If not, you can use email, which is the typical setup. You add your birthday. They'll ask you for things like that. They'll ask you to make sure that it is you that's signing up. So they'll do an email security code or a text security code. That's typical. You'll go in, add that in, and move on. You will then be asked if you want to follow certain individuals. Often they're celebrities and things like that, or companies. You can do that here. If not, you can also go into your profile and settings and do things like that and switch account types. Here you'll open up into your settings. You can change your account type. Here you can also fill in some information, your email, phone number, things like that. Not too uncommon. And then you switch accounts, they'll ask you which best describes you. And an instance for a professional account, you want to be a creator because you're just creating your brand and you're creating a vibe that you want to bring out and showcase your personality. If you have a business, you can also do a business account, but here I'm going to show you the creator account. It'll then tell you if this describes you, things like that. They kind of prompt you through, pretty straightforward. I just want to give you some exposure here. So yeah, so this will tell you that your account is ready. You can also do searches for different company profiles and categories, things like that. And then you just want to dive in. You want to optimize everything. You want to fill in all the information as much as possible so people really get the full picture of you. All right. So once you've created yourself a professional Instagram account, I really suggest you just explore for yourself. I could dive in and show you screenshot after screenshot, but really you need to dive in. You need to understand these concepts and just get hands-on, down and dirty with your personal brand. I don't know you personally yet or at all. I don't know who's watching, but you really need to dig into who you are. The best way to learn is by trying things out for yourself. Don't be afraid to try things out. See what's going on. Try a tactic. Try a different thing. You can always adjust it again. You grow as you learn. Be creative. Start building a unique personal brand using Instagram. Bring out that vibe. You can see here, some people try to build their brands based on aesthetic, things like that. Just give it a try. I highly suggest doing this. you can also enjoy Instagram. It's also really fun to kind of see what's going on, how other people are living their life, things like that. It's really great. I love Instagram myself, and I use it every single day. Thank you so much for your attention today. I know this was a whirlwind little presentation, but Instagram is one of my favorite platforms to use. As I mentioned, personally and professionally, I really like the vibe it gives off and the things you can share using Instagram. And again, I would ask if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always leave them in the comments. I appreciate that. This was created by a whole team of captains at HY Voyagers and presented by myself, Captain Amelia. And also you can contact us using our captains@hyvoyagers.com email. Please subscribe, like, and hit that button so you can get updated on any different content we have coming out. And please go on our website, hyvoyagers.com, and see all the different services and things we offer that we can help you out with. Again, thank you for stopping by today. And I hope the rest of your day is spectacular. And if you want to share your Instagram, please do so. We'd love to see the things that you can come up with and be creative with. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your day and bon voyage, Voyagers.